So welcome to the Earthling EDC channel. My name is Phil, and on this channel we talk about building out highly functional EDC kits that are small and compact. So we're not just building them out, but also how you carry them, the tools that you would choose to optimize to include in those kits, and how the whole thing is built out. So for the first time ever, I'm going to show you this new pouch that I just finished working on. So it's a mini pouch. This would normally clip onto my belt here, but since I'm wearing suspenders today, that's not the case. And this is what it looks like. So I've got a spring steel clip. This would normally go onto like a gun holster type thing, but I've adapted it for this pouch. This is a small neoprene pouch, and it includes inside a mini pocket rack. So a pocket rack is just a small plastic card that holds EDC to it with various devices, but in this case, we're going to be talking about these bands. These are brand new bands that we just came across and just started building out. So these are 2.1 millimeters in diameter. You can see over here, this looks slightly thinner. This is 1.8 millimeters. That's the old band. These are the new ones. They're a lot stronger. They come in many different colors. I'm finding them just to be a lot more perfect for what we're trying to do here. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I hope you stick around. I think you're going to enjoy this. See you in a bit. So what you're looking at here is a Pocket Rack EDC organizer. And what it does is allows you to attach your EDC to this piece of plastic. You can download this for free. You can get it printed at a local 3D printer if you like, or you can print it yourself, or you can give it to a friend and ask them to print for you. But the link to the various versions of this are going to be available in the description for this video. So if you want to click on the link, it'll take you to where you can download the STL file to make these for free. If you don't want to make it for free, we also offer them at earthling.com. So you have two options. But yeah, it's a neat little device. And what the key, here's a secret about these. These look cool and all, just this little plastic card doing all this stuff. But the real thing that makes it work is this. So these are the custom elastics that I'm going to show you how to make in this video. And what you do is you'll get a strand of elastic like this. You'll take a bead, which is one of these. This is a silicone bead. It's got a little hole on each side. And I'm going to show you how to thread this elastic through the bead and glue the ends, and then you'll end up with an elastic band like this. And that elastic band is then attached to the pocket rack like this. And these holes are specifically made for handling a 2 millimeter band, which is what these are. And they click in place, and then you have this nice little elastic in place. And then you can take your EDC, like let's take this little storage tin that I have, and you can insert it between the bands like this. And there you go. And these silicons allow you to tighten down by pulling apart like this. It actually tightens down on the bands holding the EDC in place and then locking it onto the pocket rack. I don't usually like it overhanging like this, but this is just to show you an example of how this attaches. You can see, and to remove the item, all you have to do is just push it through, and that's it. That's all there is to it. So when one of these is fully loaded, you end up with something that looks like this. So I've got, oh gosh, a bunch of stuff in here. I've got this tin is actually attached using Velcro to hold this in place, but that's one option. But you also have how everything else in here is being held on by bands as well. But yeah, so the pocket rack down the middle that you can see here weighs about ½ ounce, and then you can attach anything you want to it. So you can custom build this to whatever your needs are. So it gives you a huge amount of flexibility to do whatever you want to do with these pocket racks. Here's another example. This is running the bands in different directions. Again, using the center anchors that are available on this card, this specific card. But yeah, this is very tightly in place. That rattling you hear is the bits inside of this bit driver. But yeah, it works very, very well. You can cover both sides too. So it can be on this side and this side simultaneously. And then you can, carry it in a backpack or wherever you want to put it. So anyway, for today's video, I'm going to show you how to make these. So what we found recently are these new elastics. So these are slightly thicker. These are about 2 to 2.1 millimeters in diameter, whereas the old elastics, which are here, are about 1.8 to 1.9 millimeters in diameter. So these are thicker and they have a stronger elastic in them, which is really interesting. So plus they come in, I think, 10 to 15 colors. And a strand of 2 meters runs about 99 cents, so less than $1. And you can get 5 meters for, I think, just over $2, around $2. So again, I'll have a link in the description for this video. So if you want to grab a whole bunch of these and play around with them and do different types of elastics, yeah, you're welcome to do so. All right, let's start this. So for this example, I'm going to use this little custom-made tool that I had that was made from one of these. That's a paper clip. And this is a stretched out paper clip with a little tiny hook on the end, and I'll show you how to make that at the end of this. But that little hook is kind of critical to taking this bead, which has a small end like right there, and a wide end right there. So you want the wide end outwards like that, and then you're going to take the hook and insert it into the small end till it goes all the way through. Then you're going to get your little pre-cut piece of elastic, and I'll have the dimensions for all of the different locations for putting these bands in place, or how to cut these. And that'll be, again, in the description, the link that's in the description. So you're going to take this, you're going to push it up and hook it in like that. See? So it's hooked very tightly in there. You're going to take that little wide end and you're going to push it over the top of the hook and then pull the hook through like this. And it should pop out the other side, hopefully. Bit of a struggle sometimes, but it comes through. And that's your first one. You're going to have 2 of these on here. I usually string 2 on at one time, but I didn't do it this time. And you're going to pull these all the way through, even out the ends like this, and pull it all the way till you're just about there. Then you're going to grab some glue. In this case, this is the glue I've been using. It's this Loctite super glue. Take off the top. Always keep the top on. This stuff dries out really quickly. You're going to put a nice glob of, not a huge glob, but a little tiny glob of this right here on each of these. I usually try to get both sides. Let's see there. I'll put that back over here. Now, what you're going to do here is you're not going to pull this up over the top. You're going to pull down really tiny. This gives you a lot more control over getting that just right. So right about there, you're going to stop. And you're going to have that little hairy top of your bead there. You're going to leave it there to dry out. In the meantime, while that's going on, we're going to take another bead. We're going to run it over the bottom. So we'll grab another one of these silicone beads. Again, you're going to run it into the small end right here. And then the wide end is there. I'm going to take the hook, put it around the end there, and then you're going to pull this over the top again, just like we did before. Bit of a struggle to do it, but we'll get it on there again. Put all the way through, and there you go. So we'll take this, put on the side here, and then we've got a nice elastic. Look at this thing, nice color, and there you go. That's the elastic that you're going to use. That's all there is to it. Now, we're going to trim off this little red top here, and I'm going to grab my little next tool, E1. It has a great pair of scissors on this thing. We're just going to trim off that top like that. That's all there is. You can trim it down as far as you want. That's fine for me. But yeah, that's perfect size. So I'm going to take this and I'll show you what this looks like. So we're going to use this as our little mounting. This is a Pocket Rack Mini. It's a bit smaller than the one you see over here. Take this, put it on the, like that, clip it in just like we did before. And clip it on this side. And then we'll line up that bead in the middle. Just slide it down a little. Okay. And a little bit more. And let me show you. I'm going to take this flashlight. This is a A5 from Rovivon. I'll pop that out of here. Again, these are just a sample of some of the colors and how they're mounted onto the rack here. And then we're going to take flashlight. It's got this little handle in the middle here. You pull up the handle, take the flashlight, insert it in like that, and pop it in. That's it. So it's nice. This has hook and loop on here from like um, just some hook and loop tape that's on here. You can, take this and it acts kind of like a rug to hold the flashlight in place. So it's kind of nice the way it firms on there. And then if you want to attach something here, like you have some loop tape on the other side, you can hook it up here like that. I'll show you what that looks like. So this is a knife, and it's just hooked on the hook and loop, so you can attach it directly on here like that. So it gives you another option for attaching items. So on here, I've got a mix between bands on this side and the hook and loop tape on it as well. So it's kind of nice. Gives you a nicer package and a lot more ways to attach items to it. All right, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm going to show you how to make the little hook here in just a second, but it's a basic setup. Everything that you see here, all the elastics and everything, again, there'll be links in the description for this video where you can, it'll take you to where you can purchase the items. Again, everything is very inexpensive. There's like, it's very, very reasonable. I got this whole bag of silicone beads. I think there's 1,000 beads in here for 10 bucks. You can get the white ones too. The colored ones are a little bit more expensive. But I'm really happy with the new elastics. These 2.1 millimeter, much stronger appear to be than the old ones we had. But these still work very well. But these work better. All right. So got the paper clip here. So you're going to stretch out the paper clip. Again, this is how you make the hook, the little tool that we made before. You're going to take your needle nose pliers. You're going to grab the very end of that wire. And you're going to loop it around. Keeping it tight. Now, you almost want to come, not completely, maybe a little bit beyond halfway so that the hook is kind of pointing inwards, just like that. So what happens is when you're pulling this through the bead, let me grab a bead here, it doesn't catch on the inside of the bead. So there's the narrow end, there's the wide end. We'll push it through the narrow end like this. And then it would hook onto the elastic. And as you're pulling it through, you want that part of the hook to pop out. And this one does it very easily because it's been so, it's curled slightly inward. So that's great. So you can stretch this out as long as you want. Usually kind of wrap it around and just tug on that thing to pull through. The other option you can do if this doesn't work out for you is you can take a piece of fishing wire, probably about 1 foot long, and all you would do is push both ends of the fishing wire through. So there's a loop on one side. Take that loop where the fishing wire is looped outwards on the wider end like that, and then put your elastic through that loop, and then pull the two ends of the fishing line through the bead. So that's another option. I kind of like this one though, because I found that it allows me to pull the stuff through a lot quicker. I can make these a lot faster. So, all right, that's all there is to this. Again, you can take a look in the description for this video for links to everything you see here. And if you have any questions, leave them in the description below. And thanks for stopping by.